Hey there everyone, welcome to the YouTube video here on the channel. My name is Emily. Today we are just going to drop down over the carrier and buzz the carrier on our way to Battle. So we are off to go ahead and bomb a harbour basically in occupied Oman. So we're just going to stage our throttles and basically going to fly out at low level, so I'm just dropping down over the carrier. We know they're not launching, so just go straight over the deck. Alright, so there you go. So yeah, it is at the end of day 2 for the campaign. You can see the sun is starting to set, so we're just going to fly out and deliver some boom booms, because we'd like delivering the boom booms. So, air to ground mode, armed. Just stage first waypoint in. Generally, we had some S-periodic fighters, well, F-35s, so, you know, dogfighting, while Cap's going up to the north side of the Gulf, and they've had some success, so we're not expecting any bandits today. But they do have some surveillance radar coverage, and if we come in low, at least they're not going to expect us. We are leading a pack of 4 F-18s today, by the way, so if I can see them back there. So I'm actually trying to pull my throttle back to about that, and we'll do flight formation. Go finger form. Just a cosmetic difference to the sort you were doing, but still. Right, A-firm, roger. So you can see weapons-wise, we've got some JDAMs and we've got some CBU 99s. Interestingly, all weapons have been falling short lately in DCS, both in CCIP drops and in CCRP. So I'm not too sure how that's happening, but we are basically just going to set our weapons up for this sortie. So we know there's some point defense, which is why we've got the JDAMs, because you can just drop a bomb on the noggin, and then yeah, go from there. Like I say, basically just the reason we're bombing the harbour, sorry, is there are some Iranian Revolutionary Guard speedboats there, sorry, and they've been using their pretty good effect against our guys on the ground. We're just in fast forward mode because there's nothing we're doing on this sortie now, aside from actually going boop and boop boop and dish and dish. There we go, there's a max range calculation in play now. So it's now recognising that again. One's over there, the rest are over there. I must be going too fast. Like I say, there's no real thing. It's just to get on station, blow, you know, kill targets of opportunity in the harbour, basically. So our rules of engagement are we can engage anything that's a threat to our aircraft or anything that would allow the Iranians to further the war, with an emphasis on not creating civilian casualties. Things like the harbour, we're using cluster bomb munitions. We know there are some fishing vessels in the harbour, but we also know that there's basically a ban on taking them out, so they should be abandoned. I'm a bit low there, but we are at 55 miles now. There we go, there's 30 miles. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pitch up now. I'm going to stand the throttles up, let the engine spool, let my aircraft accelerate, and then when we get to basically maximum speed, I'll just go vertical. Well, when I say vertical, 45 degrees nose up pitch. Oh, there's my boy. Where's my other boy? There they are. So yeah, they are all around us. That Hornet just looks freaking mean, doesn't it? Looks freaking mean. Okay, we are now at maximum thing, so let's do the thing. Let's go 35, 40 degrees up. Boom. The boys are just like, ah, we can't go up this fast. But no, you need to go up this fast. Well, no, put the nose down to 30. So what I'm going to do is now go to my FLIR mode. So that's not particularly effective, is it? We are looking through a cloud, unfortunately. Yeah, we're coming to the end of the cloud now. What I'll do is I'll just go to CCD mode because I find that's a lot easier to use to distinguish targets on the ground. Finally, they've released that ticketing brief. I don't really care because I'm not travelling, but it's good to know that it's there. So we'll just. So yeah, our target waypoint has been set based off where we think the thingy is. The point defense gun. Not point defense gun. I can't English today. I'm really sorry. Well, based off where we think the Tunguska is. Basically, there's been a satellite overflight, and that's been updated just before departure. So, fingers crossed, they haven't moved it. Okay, so let's go back to thermal now. Yep, that's a Tunguska. So what we'll do is just go pickle 1. That's a bomb on its way downhill. What we'll do whilst we're here, for a good measure, there are some military vehicles to the right hand side of the port there, so just go whoop, and go stoop, pickle 2, pickle 3, pickle 4. There you go. So that's all 4 of our smart munitions gone. What I'll do is I'll say flight, engage ground targets. So I'm just gonna, I feel like I've pitched up massively. Yeah, I have. Just keeping an eye on them, so we'll just circle around. I think I'm going to blank myself in a minute, but we'll see. We should at least see a weapon splash. Boom. So it looks like our drop on the Tunguska missed. But we've definitely caused some damage. There we go. Oh, it's a Tor, sorry, my apologies. So we'll just go into this mode, and then go primary, and we'll go. And just drop out the clouds. That one. So I'd like to say my primary concern isn't the logistics stuff in the port, it's the ships themselves. I'm in idle power before my drop in. 1. Pickle. I pickled 3 there, so let's see what that looks like. There we go. So that shows that actually the cluster bombs are a really good way to attack ships. like the armoured ships, because we just killed a load of them there. Okay, we'll just pitch around. Now that we've lost our elevation, I'm going to drop one last load onto the I've got one last load onto the logistics vehicles we saw. One pickle. There we go. So we have annihilated that port area. What we'll do is I'll just go into a climbing turn. Interestingly, no one's launching at us at all here. Okay, so we'll go gun mode. Power off. Running in. Something in the harbour there that doesn't look to be on fire yet. Oh, they're dropping GBUs. Yeah, so I did initially have laser guided bombs, but just due to how badly I did with them initially, I swapped out to JDMs. I'll just draw. Oh, you know what? Just in case there's some ships left up, just do a gun run across their across their sides. Oh, crap. Yeah, I think we've sunk their ships. Right, I'm gonna turn ahead home, I think. So we'll leave the flight to mop up. To be honest, I think at this stage we've achieved all we militarily can here. So they've still got their cluster bombs on board. Wow. So I think I've done most of the damage here. Right. Flight. Rejoin formation. We'll just fly away nice and slow back towards the ships. And then we'll go for a recovery. To be honest, I took we had the pack of 4 there, but that's way more than we ever needed, I think. So waypoint 0 is just where the ships originally were, so we've only been airborne about, what, 35 minutes? So they'll not be that far off where we anticipate, because they're only doing 15 knots, so they'll be less than 15 miles away. Yeah, 5.5 tons of gas is where we want to be, really. Yeah, so he's, like, let's look at these guys. He's only dropped his laser guided bombs. He's only dropped his laser guided bombs. He's only dropped his laser guided bombs. That's absolutely mad. So as we're not so much worried about detectability anymore, we're just going to fly home. And we'll just go guns off. At ground mode. Actually, say AA mode. Interestingly, I've got no targets at all in the direction of the carrier, which is probably not the best. And we'll just do that. And then we'll get to about 10,000 feet and just stick the autopilot in. Basically just above these clouds. Just above these warm, fluffy clouds. Sky below and behind. They'll fall upon us eventually. Just take barrel mode here. And then T. So I'll set 380 and 390 knots. And then I'll go to, no, surface mode, C mode. So you'll see the carriers will appear on here as we get closer to them. It's really interesting, actually. So the last couple of times I've done this mission, I got absolutely mullered by the Tor. This time I just dropped a bomb on it and it was gone. You know. I think definitely JDAMs just they come in with a thing of their own, don't they? I absolutely love it. I love a good JDAMing. So interestingly, our radar's not getting a return on the battle group at this range. Although we can see the radars in front of us, so we're not, you know, basically we're not talking to them, but we can still find our way there. There you go. So you can actually see there's a cluster of ships there, 12 o'clock. So what I could do is just say thingy, and then I want to lock that target there. So that's that. That now puts my target right on top of the ships where they are at present, which is quite cool. It's embarrassing how little they use their weapons, actually. I suppose I had JDAM, so I could just rip all them off on one pass. They couldn't, but still. What I'll do is just keep my crosshair. I'll move it so it's at the front ship. I mean, this isn't this isn't enough for a precision guided approach, but actually, you know, it's enough to tell us exactly where the ship is. So what I could do is just say, autopilot's off. Going to gently, less than 0.1 G difference, just pitch down, line the nose up, and that'll put us right over the top of the ships. In fact, we'll talk to them because we should, and I kind of want to get points for a landing this time. A Blinken inbound. See you at 10. So just fly, oh, a nice gentle downwind here. And at 10 miles on that range ring, so we'll just do a bit more. See you at 10. So we're 10 miles out, we're literally popping in over the top of the group there. You've got car carrier, there's the De Gaulle. So the Abe is just behind our pillar. We'll wheel around, fly over in front of the Abe, and then land. Brings us into the pattern that brings us into the pattern for a case one. We've got enough fuel to attempt to do a go around, but I just want to land straight on ideally. So exit, hook down. Two's freaking ran himself out of gas or some shit. Have I killed all those wingmen? I mean, the thing is, it is their responsibility to manage their fuel and shout it, be like, hey, I'm critical, I need to return to base. Hey, for your function RTB, hey, I'm critical, RTBing, you know. But what do I know? What do I know? So yeah, it shows as well the difference in RCS between the Aquitaine, which we're just going under the nose there now, and the Abe. So we're turning into the downwind. You can see the recovery area is nice and clear. Got a few aircraft on deck, but nothing too extravagant. So we'll go level, 650. Just bring our jet around the curve. Whoa, that felt a bit weird. And what I'll do is just go flap full. And it balloons us. Flight kiss off. So kiss off is they go and thingy. So I'm in a good position to land. I'll put gear down coming around the curve. Put power on as I'm turning inbound. Mango attack is on the low side, so just bearing that in mind. I'm pretty light Hornet though, so I'm not going to be landing particularly quickly. I think we are going to have a day where we fly off the De Gaulle. Whether I have to get a Rafale mod in for that, I don't care, but I want to fly off the De Gaulle one day. It looks so cool to land on. It's so small. That was stupid. What happened there was, I listened to the guy, I pulled my throttle back, and I pulled it back too much, and it caused me to sink out. And then I was in a critical phase of flight, so I basically just went and missed. So I wasn't going to be able to safely make that approach. I've got enough gas to do this a couple more times, but I'd rather just land straight on. We've got no tankers up, and I'm definitely committed to landing on the ship now, so I've definitely not got enough fuel to make it a charger. Fifteen's up there, he's just doing his own thing now. Right. Let's do it, let's turn in for that landing. I'm just going to go 250 knots gear. There we go. AOA recovered. Probably landed about this speed and just ignore my AOA and just focus on the flight path vector. So I'm trying to put the flight path vector where the ship's going to be when I get there. Okay. No, I'm landing. I took a too wide, so I landed a little short, to be fair. I think those guys are going a bit crazy. Right, hook up. Wings fold. And we'll just go and park in the air with the cats. Those F-35s do look cool. Not sure we've got Aussie Hornets aboard, but we'll just say he's told us to park here for now. So yeah, there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe to see more from me on a regular basis. I'm going to have a word with the shooter now. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.